Hello and greetings from Maine. This is my final research proposal over teachers as advisors and the effects on student achievement. My name is William Shepard. I'm going to share my screen with you now. This is teachers as advisors and the effects on student achievement. In the introduction, improving student achievement across the country is a priority as public schools seem to be the scapegoat for adverse economic conditions, according to Michel in 2007. In 1983, Ronald Reagan gave a speech called A Nation at Risk. He said, "We report to the American people that while we can take justifiable pride in what our schools and colleges have historically accomplished and contributed to the United States and the well-being of its people, the educational foundations are presently being eroded by a rising tide of mediocrity that threatens our very nation, our very future as a nation and a people." This is one of the reasons we want to make sure that we have higher student engagement and student achievement and continue to increase graduation rates. There is a considerable amount of research on school reform focused on changing the rising tide of mediocrity excuse me, and working towards developing students that were active and engaged in the academic process. The Teachers as Advisors program focuses on building relationships in order to increase student achievement and decrease the student dropout rate. And we'll discuss the Teachers as Advisors program a little bit more as we get further into the presentation. The purpose of this mixed method study examines the importance of relationships between students and teachers and academic achievement and dropout prevention. Most importantly, it examines the correlation between the relationships, academic achievement, and dropout prevention of the Teachers as Advisors program and how they all work together. The first thing we had to do was a literature review. Under the literature review, research has been minimal on the effectiveness of high school advising and how it correlates to student achievement. The majority of the research done does demonstrate that there are relationships between teachers and students do lead to high levels of student engagement. Positive relationships between teachers and students have been the goal of most advisory programs. One important aspect of the relationship is quality. It is important that the school aligns different structures, such as small advisement settings, protected advisement time so that it's not interrupted, a toolbox of social emotional support for the students. And it's really for the advisor so that the advisor has students and when they need them. And other research has shown that the advisor is a secondary attachment figure, shows a greater relationship with student achievement. Advisement of programs have not been isolated as a single element in increasing student achievement. Positive relationships developed in these programs does impact student achievement, according to research, and research demonstrates that advisement programs consistently provide positive results. Again, though, it cannot be isolated as the single element. So the guiding questions coming from the literature review is, will a curriculum-based Teachers as Advisors program increase the levels of academic achievement in a rural school in Middle Georgia? Will a curriculum-based Teachers as Advisors program reduce the dropout rate in a rural school in Middle Georgia? And to what extent do students feel that the relationship with their advisor has an impact on their achievement and completion of high school? And to what extent do teachers feel supported within the Teachers as Advisors program? So the methods used for this study, we're going to cover participants and sampling, Teachers as Advisors program, research designs, quantitative variables, and instrumentation. For participants and sampling, we're going to use the fictitious name of Fryeburg County High School, which is located in a rural community in the southeast region of the United States. High school has approximately 500 students that fluctuates in grades 9 through 12. Fryeburg County High School is the only high school in the district and serves a community with a population of approximately 12,504 citizens. Fryeburg County High School is named for the school district in the southeast region of the United States. This study will use a nested concurrent design. Participants for the quantitative aspect of the study includes 9th through 12th grade advisors from the high school. Within the high school, all 9th through 12th grade advisors will be examined as well as their students. And the participants will include special education advisors with the exception of the Georgia Alternative Assessment class. The participants for the qualitative aspect of the study will be a random sampling of students from each grade level. Each grade level will have a random sample of 4 students, and the special education advisement group will have a random sample of 3 students. The random sample will come from a nested concurrent design in which the participants used for the qualitative data will come from a subgroup of the participants in which the quantitative data was obtained. Here you'll see a model of the participants. So the Teachers as Advisors program is focused on the educational and career planning process for all Georgia students, and further evidence is the overarching emphasis on the acquisition and development of 21st century skills that will lead all Georgia students to high skill, high demand, and high wage jobs. This comes from the Teachers as Advisors website. This program integrates the importance of education with the ability to become successfully employed. The research design: to what extent does a Teachers as Advisors program have on improving student achievement? We'll look at the GPA, pass-fail ratio, graduation rate, state test scores, and attendance in a rural high school. What is the relationship between the Teachers as Advisors program and student achievement, and what role did the relationship built in the Teachers as Advisors program play in student achievement? Quantitative variables. Independent variable of this study is the Teachers as Advisors program. All teachers provided the same curriculum depending on grade level, and all students receive the same curriculum depending on grade level. The dependent variable is student achievement, and we'll look at that looking at GPA, pass-fail ratio, attendance, Georgia milestone score, and graduation rate. And the baseline data will be obtained from prior year's records. The Teachers as Advisors program will be delivered to all students at Freiburg County High School. The curriculum will be the same for all students depending on the grade level, and all grades will focus on career management, awareness, exploration, and planning, academic achievement, educational attainment, and lifelong learning, thinking and learning skills, and life skills of personal and social development with different elements for each grade level. This comes from the Georgia Teachers as Advisors framework from 2007. The quantitative data analysis will look at the GPA, pass-fail ratio, student test scores on Georgia Milestones test, the attendance rates, and graduation rate. This will be in a pre and post fashion. The measures of central tendency for GPA, pass-fail ratio, and test scores will be used, while we'll use a frequency distribution for attendance. And a bar graph will be used for graduation rate, depicting the graduation rate based on the year of graduation and student demographics and how long they've been in the program. The qualitative data questionnaires: the sample will include 4 students per grade level and 3 students from the SWD population. We'll an online questionnaire and take approximately 30 minutes to complete. The content questions concerning curriculum and relationship with the advisor will be used, and it will be an isolated room with only students in the room. The student does not feel like they need to answer a certain way because the advisor is in the room. For interviews, the sample will include the 4 students per grade level and 3 students from the SWD population again. It'll be isolated interviews, and these will be recorded, and they'll last approximately 20 minutes. Questions such as: did you develop a relationship with your advisor? Did you feel this relationship was a positive influence? How did the relationship with your advisor affect your grades? And did you find the teacher's advisor beneficial? And these are just a sample of the questions that will be asked. Then the qualitative data analysis: the results will be quantized. The results of the qualitative data quantized so that themes are numerically represented. And this will allow for understanding of how certain themes or statements occur in qualitative data. And it makes it a little bit easier to understand. I have the numbers to see. The qualitative also gives us a story with numbers. Interpreting qualitative data, we share assessments with members of the group with regards to confidentiality to clear up any misconceptions. Participant feedback will help to clear any misconceptions related to findings. Student opportunity to review their interview transcripts before data is analyzed. I'm not going to read through all my references. I've included a copy of the Human Research Subjects Training Certification, completed on 6/24/2015. I've also included a clip of the RB application at university, and it will be attached as well. And also the form consenters to click on that, and it will also include an attached Dropbox. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you for an incredible experience in the world of educational research. I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer.